Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, where we cover everything LEGO gaming, and welcome to part 10 of our LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens playthrough, leading up to LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga this spring. And this time we're going to be doing the 9th level of the game. Or I guess it's the 10th level, but it's going to be Chapter 9 of the game. And that is going to be called Destroy Starkiller Base. I think this is one of the longer levels of the game. I think this is the last long level of the game, if that makes sense, because I think the next chapter is going to be the finale, like the final boss, and then we have an epilogue after that, and both of those levels are like fairly short, so this is like the last major level of the game, I'd say. Alright, so here we have some Resistance X-Wings going through hyperspace there, and there we have Lego Poe Dameron, and YOLO Ziff. Is his name literally YOLO, I mean? Oh man, who remembers when the YOLO, like you only live once, whole saying came about? I remember it was probably like 5 to 10 years ago now, like it became like really popular all over the internet to say that. I guess people say it sometimes now, but alright, so we start off with this level with a vehicle flying section, so very cool. I remember there is like a mini kit or two during this section as well. Be sure to watch my mini kit guide for that. I have a mini kit guide for all the levels that we're playing here, so if you're trying to get the mini kits and the red bricks, I think I have the best channel for it. I always have to advertise that. Alright, so we're flying through here. We got some X-Wings in front of us. You can shoot those if you want. There's some like rings of studs you can fly through, which is kind of neat. And yeah, this is pretty cool. This looks very much like Hoth, but it's not. It's Starkiller Base. And so this is pretty much the Resistance straight up attacking Starkiller Base towards the end of the Force Awakens movie. So this is pretty cool. And I think we just passed like a mini kit or two once again, so yeah. Alright, so here we go. We're going to attack Starkiller Base itself here, I believe. So I think it's going to give us a couple objectives to take out and things like that. So we'll make short work of all that here.
So I hope you're all warmed up. Can't speak for anyone else, but I'm feeling pretty toasty, Black Leader. Like I'm tucked up inside a tauntaun. Didn't even scratch it. We need to use torpedoes.
Well, I'm using infinite torpedoes right now. I mean, that was actually some pretty hilarious dialogue. They're like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm snug. What did he say? Like I'm snuggled up in a tauntaun or something like that? Oh man, that was funny. Alright, so if you have infinite torpedoes, you can just go around, shoot all these. If you don't, then you'll have to go around and destroy some of the TIE fighters. Actually, just go to these little torpedo dispensers. Never mind. You don't even have to destroy TIE fighters now, do ya? But yeah, that basically makes really short work of that section. I don't think we have to do anything else for this vehicle section here. Did you see that stormtrooper showing his butt at us? Come on, man. No one wants to see that Lego stormtrooper butt. Oh man, I never thought I'd say that. Alright, so back over here to Rey and Kylo Ren.
You will remove these restraints and leave this cell with the door open.
What did you say?
What did you say? So, fun fact, apparently, I don't know if this is actually like confirmed or anything, but apparently that stormtrooper during this scene in the movie is played by Daniel Craig, which is like the current James Bond. He's going to be in a new movie later this year. And supposedly that stormtrooper is Daniel Craig, James Bond, but it's really hard to say because, one, he's got the helmet on so you can't actually see him, and two, you can't really understand his voice because the stormtrooper helmets kind of modify your voice a little bit. So yeah, I don't know if that's actually confirmed, but I've seen a lot of reports about that.
Good. I'll have a few odd jobs for you.
Okay, so this is kind of cool. We have like a dazed Daniel Craig, I guess, stormtrooper kind of on our side.
We could go do some target practice. No need. I scored 3 out of 20 on my last test.
What the? How? That's a new base record.
Wait down there for a minute.
I will wait down here for a minute.
You know, you don't have to repeat everything I say.
I know I don't have to repeat everything you Oh.
Okay, so now we gotta help our, we'll just call him Daniel Craig from now on. We gotta help him get up here. And so he's gonna, I guess we have to switch to him to actually grab onto this, and that will raise him up. Sweet. Look at him all dazed. He's got the little blue flashing lights around him to show that he's dazed, because we actually need his grapple hook here. So let's go and do that. He's FN1824. Is he actually called that in the movie, or did they just make that up for this game? Who knows? But that was the funny joke earlier about the whole stormtrooper aiming, because everyone knows stormtroopers have terrible aim.
That's irrigation, you blockhead.
So they just called somebody a blockhead. Isn't that something from like I was thinking Peanuts or something? Charlie Brown Peanuts? Oh man, that's funny. I think they call people blockheads in that show. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do here? I think we want to do this because this will help us get Daniel Craig up there, I believe. Yeah, it'll help him grapple up. Sweet. We got the old multi-builds once again making a return. So the multi-build on the far left, that one is for the mini-kit, so we're not going to worry about that one for this playthrough. And let's get up here. Okay, we actually need Daniel Craig up here. Okay.
Get me over to the other side of there.
Of course.
That's what I'm working on, Ray. That's what I'm working on. Alright, so we pull that, and this will allow us to grapple across.
Get over there.
she started to tell me what to do, and then I was already doing it, so she just kind of shut up. She's like, that. That's right, Ray. We know what we're doing. We've played this game before. Alright, so we got to select the Stormtrooper there to solve that little puzzle. That's a puzzle that Finn often has to do earlier in the game. And that's going to give us a nice bridge for Ray to get across. Now what's going on here?
Don't run away! He's in a bad mood again.
I like how Kylo Ren literally just runs around Starkiller Base, just threatening and slicing up his stormtroopers. Hey, maybe the First Resistance could win if they didn't, if Kylo Ren didn't kill off half the stormtroopers. Just a thought. I think if you go all the way up there, there's another mini kit, by the way. Just kind of saying the mini kits that I remember off the top of my head. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this in. I like how this is literally, it looks like a electrical outlet, like that you'd see in your house almost. So let's go ahead and plug that in. We plugged in the power cable. And I believe that's going to help us continue on here through Starkiller Base. And yeah, this is a pretty fun level. It feels like you're kind of sneaking around a little bit. It's kind of weird how it's like almost side-scrolling, like you're just kind of going from left to right, kind of like an old-fashioned video game or something. Alright, so we got to split up here. So there's going to be these blocks that are preventing you from getting across, so you basically just have to switch between each character and solve a different puzzle to kind of figure out what to do here. So there's going to be a multi-build down here. And is that the wrong one? Let's see. Let's try building it on the other side.
Whatever you just did, that's good.
Okay, so you want to build it on the opposite side that Ray is on. Okay, so now she's on the right side, so we're going to build it on the left side. And there we go. That's going to open up the door.
Yes, that's it.
And let's pull this down. And excellent. So at the time of this video coming out, I believe it's, what is it, March 24th, I believe. So that means tomorrow. If you're watching this in the future, none of this matters to you. But if you're watching this right when it comes out, that means tomorrow, the day after this video has come out, it's going to be the future game show for spring 2021. And there's kind of strong evidence that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is going to be there. There's so much evidence that I would actually be surprised if it isn't there. Like I'm leaning towards it being there more than it not being there. You know what I mean? So it's looking pretty likely because we know WB Games is going to be there. They're the ones responsible for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. They own TT Games and all that. And okay, this stormtrooper's trying to shoot at me. I'm just going to ignore him. So yeah, they're going to be there. And WB Games, if you look at their like kind of release date slate, oh man, we're almost about to fall. Hang on there, Ray. Is it going to make me tap the X button? Yes, it is. Alright. Sweet. But if you look at TT Games, or WB Games' games, it's doing this same mechanic again where we have to tap the X button. Come on, you just did that. If you look at their release date slate, they don't really have too much coming up. There's a game called Back 4 Blood, which is kind of like a Left 4 Dead 3 almost, from what I can tell. So they have that game coming up on June 22nd. That game's barely in the summer because if you remember, spring actually ends on June 20th, officially, at least here in America. So that's a summer game, which means Skywalker Saga, as we know right now, is coming before Back 4 Blood, because Back 4 Blood would be a summer game. So yeah, so Back 4 Blood's coming out later, and so the closest game that's coming out for WB Games is the Skywalker Saga. If we believe their spring 2021, which I do believe. They told us it's coming out spring 2021. So they shouldn't really delay it. You know, before they said 2020, it was kind of more vague, but come on, they gave us a little bit more specific of a date with spring 2021. So I feel like they got to kind of stick with that, you know what I mean? But I guess we'll see what they do, right? Alright, so we got to do this puzzle again where we got to select the Stormtrooper clothing. There we go. So yeah, Skywalker Saga is, if you look at WB Games' upcoming games slate, Skywalker Saga is pretty much the most likely game to show up. So I think it definitely has to show up. We're long overdue for news because we're now in spring. So we're actually in the release time frame for Skywalker Saga. So yeah, I think it's looking pretty good for a potential launch of Skywalker Saga, or a trailer, or more information, I guess I should say, for Skywalker Saga tomorrow. So stay tuned. If there's news, we'll have a video about it. At the latest, I'll have a video about it on Monday of the next week, but hopefully I'll have a video about it earlier than that. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff for Skywalker Saga. Hopefully we'll get a trailer. Well, the main thing we need is a release date. Maybe we'll see some gameplay. Maybe they'll confirm online play. I hope we get a gameplay demo, or they actually do a deep dive of the gameplay and everything like that. There's just a lot we need about this game. I mean, it's only a few months away, and we really don't have too much information, relatively speaking. So, but anyway, let's get back to the Force Awakens here. We got Rey and Finn here trying to screw up Starkiller Base, unplug in some electrical sockets or something there. And alright, so there's Han Solo and Chewie.
Girl knows her stuff.
Alright, so this is going to be the final segment of this level, and we're going to be kind of in this big open area, and there's a few different things we have to do if I remember correctly. So we shouldn't take too long on this part. Again, it's kind of like a side-scrolling section here where you kind of move from left to right. And alright, so there's 4 things we need to set detonators on. Chewbacca's detonators, so we're going to be doing that. So back here we have an orange handle. If you see one of those, you know that you're going to probably have to use Chewbacca. At least if you see one in the story mode, at least. And alright, so we're going to try to get this little droid out of this container here, because we're going to actually need that to access some of the other areas here. First, let's get rid of these stormtroopers, because they're kind of in my way right now. Okay, let's do this. I think this will give us access to that droid now. There we go. Let's see, what kind of, what's this, a sentry droid? It reminds me of just like a regular mouse droid, but no, it's officially a sentry droid. Okay, so I'm going to switch to that, and go over here. Oh wait, we need the Force. We need the Force for that, don't we? Maybe. Okay, so I guess we can't actually lift up that panel just yet. Get rid of all these stormtroopers, get them out of my way. Okay, oh wait, over here. I guess we can use the sentry droid for this.
Alright, let's put together a nice big bomb for this thing. Alright, 3 more and we can blow this joint in every sense of the word.
Oh, you gotta love the Harrison Ford voice acting. Okay, so I guess this thing where you use the Force, that's for free play, I'm guessing. For some reason, I was thinking in story mode you could do that. Okay, right down there, that blue stud right there, that's actually a mini kit, in case you're wondering. Alright, so let's move over here. And yeah, I guess there's no way to get over there on the far left. I guess that's just purely a mini kit area. So yeah, I guess my memory was incorrect on that one. At least I think so. So maybe we'll figure out a way to get over there later, but I'm pretty sure we don't have to. I guess that's only for extra stuff like mini kits and whatnot. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, we need a wheel, a yellow steering wheel for this. So let's go ahead and try to get that. Pull on this with Chewbacca. He's gonna pull on it really hard. That's then going to. Is it gonna give us the grapple hook? No. Okay, sorry for that quick interruption. I think we're going to need that yellow steering wheel first before doing that puzzle. And, okay, I think I see it over there on the far right, so that's probably when we're going to get the yellow steering wheel. Okay, my memory is a little bit foggy on some of these levels. Because, again, I usually only replay the levels, like I play them once for story mode. And then you just kind of replay them for a free play, and when you're doing free play, you can kind of cheat a lot of the puzzles, or you just don't have to do them, you know. And, alright, so there's this sentry droid. Let's take that out. Okay, I think this is going to give us the steering wheel over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you just had to walk a little bit farther. I should have known that. But again, yeah, you really only have to play through the story of these games once, and then you can kind of forget how to do all the puzzles. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. And that will raise... Okay, wait, let's raise this up like this. There we go, and now we can switch to Chewbacca, which will then open up that top portion, which will then allow Han Solo to grapple hook it. Okay, there we go. We solved it. And that'll give us a buildable for the second detonator. Very nice. So that's 2 of 4 right there, I believe. There we go. Okay, so now I think we need to get back up onto the second level. And that's going to give us the last 2 detonators, and we'll be able to blow up this joint. And we'll be pretty much done with this level, I believe. Okay, so let's take out these stormtroopers. Make short work of them. See ya, stormtroopers. Alright, so I wonder what this level is going to look like in the Skywalker Saga game. I think that'll be interesting to see. I think they'll shorten it up a bit. Because, you know, with them doing like 45 levels, I can't imagine the levels would be like as long as the levels in this game. But who knows? I mean, they've been working on the game for a while. Maybe they'll surprise us and give us like a ton of content. Alright, so I think we got to reveal a grappling hook location right here. There we go. Sweet. So now we can grapple across. I believe that panel on the right there that you saw is for a mini kit. I think that's you need C3PO for that or something like that, and it gives you a mini kit for doing that. Alright, so let's go and push this off. Anytime you see the checkerboard sort of pattern on the ground, that means you got a pushable object on your hands. Okay, so there's a silver Lego. Whoa! I did not mean to do that. I just mean to throw a detonator on that silver Lego object, I didn't mean Chewbacca to just blow up the whole place. Alright, so that is 3 of 4 detonators, so we just need 1 more. And I'm trying to remember where the last one is. Maybe it is on the far left. Let's see. Continue to move across here. We got a couple more stormtroopers we can take out. Oh, wait, he just said this is the last one. Okay. So I guess it's up here. I see a grapple hook on the wall there, but it's not letting me interact with it just yet. Okay, now it is. Okay, that's interesting. It must make you take out the stormtroopers first before you can interact with that. That's very interesting. Alright. So let's go ahead and do this. So I guess that area, again, on the far left is purely for mini kits. I didn't realize that. But there we go. That's 4 check marks. And that's going to be it for this level. And now we're going to get some really good cutscene action here, as you're about to see. So there's Han Solo, kind of hiding away from Kylo Ren.
Han Solo.
Your son is gone.
Your son is gone. Like how the stormtroopers are like all trying to look like, oh, what's going on? What's going on with our boss, Kylo Ren? Oh man, this is great.
What he wants, he'll crush you. Come home. We miss you.
We miss you, Kylo Ren. And look how shiny his minifigure is there. All the minifigures look really shiny here. Oh man. He got stabbed, but they didn't really want to show it because this is a Lego game. It's rated E10. They didn't really want to show him get a Lego minifigure get stabbed. Oh man, Kylo Ren just got wrecked there by Chewbacca. And let's blow up the whole place. Starkiller Base is gone, and Kylo Ren looks like he's a little bit wounded there. And that is going to do it for level number 10 or chapter. Let's see, it's level 10, but chapter 9 of the game. So. A little bit confusing because the prologue and epilogue, especially the prologue, kind of throws everything off. Because I know this is part 10 of the playthrough, but it's only chapter 9, so yeah, it gets a little bit confusing. But yeah, that's going to be it for Destroy Starkiller Base. We just destroyed it, putting those 4 detonators down. So very, very cool. So stay tuned for the next one. We're getting very close to the end of this game. The next one's going to be the finale level. And then after that, it's going to be the epilogue, and then we'll be done with this playthrough. And then we'll have to move on to something else kind of leading up into Skywalker Saga, because right now this playthrough should end, I believe, on April 7th. So Skywalker Saga won't be out by then, so we're going to have to do something else until then. So stay tuned for that. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, comment any answers to questions I might have raised throughout this part, and I will see you guys next time here on Quick Brick Games.